Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, or good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. It is Happy Friday, April 23rd. And I want to announce that today is my birthday. Can you believe that? It's so exciting to wake up. And this morning, when I woke up, I thanked God and the divine for allowing me to wake up to my birthday so that I could fulfill my purpose, my soul's path, my journey of why I am here. I always say that God allows me to wake up in the morning because I am here to do the work of my soul's path. And that is the reason why I wake up. So one more year that I am here to do the work of my soul's path is to really promote higher consciousness living. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. Now that I am older and getting older every year, but I feel really young and youthful, and I feel like I'm just getting started with my life, to tell you the truth. Because I just feel like everything is just always working out for me. Like I am living more in my flow each day. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Marie. I am living in my flow each day more and more. With the help of my business coach, life coach, Jules, I give him a lot of credit for my ability to live more and more in the flow. And one of the topics, I think the topic that I really want to discuss today, but really I'm here for you. I'm really here to answer any questions that you have. Hi, Mystic Star. Hi, Marie. Hi, Teresa. I'm really here live to answer any questions that you have. I record my videos and there might be questions that you have, and I'm here to really come live to answer those questions. So that's the primary reason why I have come on live. I come on live once a month in order to do that. So if you have any questions about any topic, just ask in the chat and I am happy to answer them. I ask the divine before I come in. I always do a meditation prayer saying, divine, whatever questions are thrown at me, and it could be anything under the sun, please allow me to receive the message you want me to convey to the viewer. Hi, Ergo. Hi, DMT. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Wish you reach 100 years healthily. Well, if God wants me to reach 100 years, I guess I will. But, I really step into the space of, what is it that you want me to do? Do you want me to be here on this physical plane? If you want me to be here on this physical plane, then I will wake up the next day. If you don't want me to be here, then I'm sure I will not wake up the next day. So that's how I've been living my life. And now that, I am wiser, another year wiser, what I discovered is really more and more every day, every year, every month, every week, more and more truly the power of now, living in the power of now. And, everyone, it sounds good. It says, okay, we're all living in the power of now. This sounds good, right? It sounds good. Thank you, Sarupa. Thank you for the birthday wishes. It sounds great. And the mind's like, yes, of course, we should all live in the now, right? That sounds so great. But I think we don't really register what that means to live in the now. To live in the now really means to live in your flow. There's an incredible quote by an amazing philosopher, Wittgenstein, and he says, those who live in the now have eternal life. Those who live in the now have eternal life. What does that mean? What does that truly mean? Those that live in the now have eternal life. That is so profound and powerful. And the older I get, the more I am grasping the deepness, even the practicality of that. Those that live in the now have eternal life. This is so powerful. Why? Because we don't ever live in the past. We don't ever live in the future. We only ever live in the now. So anything about the past is our thoughts that we have about the past. Anything about the future is a projection of thoughts about the future, which the future has infinite possibilities. So when we really reach our higher consciousness level, our higher self, we are transcending all time and space. Right now, in this physical plane, this consciousness level that we are living, we are bound by time, space, reality. But as we keep lifting our consciousness level and transcending this consciousness level to another level, we are truly living only in the now. There is only ever in the now. That is all that there ever is. That is why those who live in the now have eternal life. Because the truth of who you are, when you peel away this body, you are this eternal soul consciousness. And it only ever is present in the now. It's eternal. And eternal means the now. There's only ever the now. There's never the future. There's never the past. There's only ever the now. So everything happens in the now. All of the universal forces happen only in the now. So if we're not fully present in the now, we are not living in our eternal state of being, period. When we don't fully live in the now, we do not live in our eternal state of being. And when we do not live in our eternal state of being, we are not great manifestors. We cannot manifest great things in our lives. Why? Because we have blocked ourselves from the unlimited possibilities of what the universe can provide for us. When we don't live in our eternal state, the more and more we live in our eternal state, the more we can manifest magnificent things. That is the power of now. The power of now is to make it practical, right? What's the point of having power of now? What's the point of Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, if it's not practical, if it's not useful for us? We want this power of now to be useful in this life, not necessarily in the next life. We want it right here, right now. We are beings of desire, right? We are beings of desire. And so being in the now actually makes us manifest in a powerful way. So what I've been practicing more and more is to just not be attached to the outcome. You know, when I created this new company, Om Heals, which I'm so excited about, you know, when I had the vision for it in my mind, I was so excited. I was excited about the outcome. I was excited about where this company is going to be 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 7 years from now. You know, I had all these thoughts, and I realized that I was becoming attached to that outcome. I was becoming attached to that outcome. And any attachment in Buddhism, they call it suffering. Why? Because nothing stays the same. Everything is in flux. Everything is change. Change is the only constant. So I was like, oh my God, I realized that I was so attached to the outcome and I had to pull back. I had to pull back from that outcome. I had to say to myself, no, Moon, pause here for a second. It's not about whatever happens with this company. And, you know, I'm so excited. I see this vision of this company, where it's going to be, how many people it could help, millions of people around the world, the impact it could make in the world. And I'm like getting all excited and I'm being so attached to the outcome, attachment to that outcome. And I realized that that was a disempowering thing, to be attached to the outcome. Hi, Pradeep. Hi, Jashiri. please guide me regarding my relationship. Just Jayashri is the name. Can you please be more specific about your relationship so I can answer the questions? Pradeep, can you check my time? Oh, I'm not sure what that question means. Oh, are you saying your birthday is March 7, 1961? Not sure if you can be more specific about your question. So again, this session is for you. So ask any questions that you have. That's why I come live, is for specifically to answer any question. So please, if you want. Hi, Kim. Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. I didn't even realize that I could even get the money. Thank you. 490. Wow. I have truly become so abundant. Kimberly, 499. I didn't even realize that I could receive money through my my live sessions. This is amazing. Wow. You know, the universe brings me so much abundance. Thank you so much. Okay, Jaya Shri. Thank you so much, Kimberly. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so much. Okay, Jaya. I'm going to call you Jaya because my the way I pronounce your beautiful name is not so beautiful. So I'm going to call you Jaya. My relationship is not stable. What is his real intention? You mean your relationship with your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, are you talking about your relationship with your boyfriend, girlfriend? Is that, or your husband? Can you kind of describe a little bit of the relationship? You say, what is his intention? What is his real intention? Jaya, I think if you make it about him, you're never going to really get to the root cause of why the relationship has tension. Oh, boyfriend. Okay, thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. If you make it about your boyfriend, you're never really going to get to the root cause of why this relationship isn't working out. You know, one of the things that I always say, and I feel like I'm a broken record at this point, I always say that the way people show up, and even my dog, the way my dog shows up, or people or situations that show up, is really a reflection of what's going on inside here. It's really a reflection of that. And so if I can fix what's in here, then I could fix out here. So one of the, I've done a couple, I did a video about Ho'oponopono Hawaiian spiritual practice. I don't know if you guys ever saw that video. I also have a Ho'oponopono guided meditation. So go look for that video on Ho'oponopono and also the guided meditation. And so in Ho'oponopono Hawaiian spiritual practice, I want to talk about this spiritual practice. The premise of Ho'oponopono is that we take 100% responsibility for everything that's happening in our lives, the people that are around us, the situations that happen to us. Why? Why do we take 100% responsibility? Because what Ho'oponopono is saying, and it's really the same thing as law of attraction, is that we are constantly attracting people and situations because we are sharing. There's a sharing here. So when we attract angry people is because we have anger within us. We might not be consciously aware that we have anger within us. It's a subconscious thing. Right now, like an angry person can show up, and I'm not feeling angry right now, but why did that angry person show up? Is because we have somewhere deep inside of us, subconsciously, we're still holding on to anger. And so what happened in Ho'oponopono, there's this Dr. Hugh Len. He was one of the proponents of Ho'oponopono. And just to show you how powerful this Hawaiian spiritual practice is that what he did was he actually got hired. He was a PhD psychiatrist, trained as a PhD psychiatrist, okay? And he started this Ho'oponopono journey, and he realized that this was a very powerful spiritual practice, that everything that comes into our experience is because we have something in here that we are sharing with that other person or that situation. That in order for that situation to be resolved, we have to resolve it in here first, because that situation or that person would not have shown up that way unless we were sharing something together. So he got hired by this hospital, this insane hospital, insanity hospital, where there was all of these criminals, rapists, people who did horrific things, and they were mentally disabled. And it was one of the most stressful hospital. This was in Hawaii. He got hired to be the director of this hospital, and they couldn't even keep staff. They couldn't even keep any staff in there because it was such a horrific environment. It was such a toxic environment. And so they had hired him to be like sort of the director of this insane criminal hospital. And he started practicing Ho'oponopono. What he did was, and this is an incredible story, listen up really carefully. What he did was he didn't even see any of the patients. What he did was this: he literally took each folder file of each patient and he looked at their record. He was reading their record, what they had done, what their issues were, what their problems were, what crimes they committed. He was just reading them. And as he was reading the records in his office by himself, not even present with the patient, as he was reading the patient's record, what he found was things would come up for him, uncomfortable feelings. So then he would do the Ho'oponopono meditation, which is this meditation the conscious mind would ask the subconscious mind to help me release that part of me that is sharing with this other person. Help me release it. And then the subconscious mind would ask the higher conscious mind, and the higher conscious mind would then communicate it with the divine. And as he kept on asking to help me release this, the divine would just release it from this person, release it from Dr. Hugh Len, and release it from that patient that he was reading their file. And do you know he was doing this every single day? He never saw patients. Within a span of a few months, each patient started to get discharged. It was a miracle. People could not believe this. People were shocked. The staff there, they were like, what's going on? These patients are being released one by one. And after a few months, every patient got discharged except a couple of them, and they were transferred to another place. That's how powerful this is. So, Jaya, if you are having something, don't make it about your boyfriend. Don't make it about his intention. Is that if you don't like something about him, ask the divine to release it in you first. Because if you release it in you first, two things are going to happen. He's going to show up differently, or he's going to disappear altogether. So when you're thinking about your boyfriend, Jaya, write down all the things that you think about him, that, all the things that you feel that he's exhibiting that you do not desire. Write it down. And then make that list, and then go into that Ho'oponopono meditation and have your conscious mind, ask your subconscious mind to help you release those things, because he wouldn't show up that way unless you had some of it inside. So once the divine releases it from you, the divine also releases it from your boyfriend. And so make it about yourself. Make a list of all the qualities that, or maybe intentions that you see. What are the qualities behind that intention? Is his intention to control you or manipulate you? Well, if his intention is to control you and to manipulate you, that means that you have controlling and manipulating inside of you. In order for him to stop being controlling and manipulating, you have to also admit, take 100% responsibility that you have controlling and manipulating within yourself. That is why he is showing up that, because if you had zero controlling and manipulating inside, he cannot, there's no possibility that he can show up that way. So Jaya, I hope that this makes sense to you. Ask me if you have any questions, ask me. Jaya, please ask me. Do you understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that don't make it about your boyfriend, make it about yourself. Your boyfriend is an indication of what you need to work on inside. So any triggers that you have about your boyfriend, those triggers are really telling you about where you are not free on the inside. You know, I did a video last week or a couple of weeks ago about triggers. There's a beautiful quote that my friend Jen shared with me. She said, be thankful for your triggers because they point to where you are not free. Be thankful for your triggers because they point to where you are not free. So you make your boyfriend your greatest teacher. Your boyfriend is your greatest teacher in your self-development. So Jaya, I hope that answers your questions. Sama, great question. Why do I attract narcissists in my relationship? Why do I attract narcissists in my relationships? I love this question. And Sama, it's the same answer that I just gave Jaya, is that there must be something within yourself that you are sharing with that narcissist. That is why narcissists show up. So you have to release your own narcissism for those narcissists to show up less or not to show up at all, right? It's the same answer that I gave Jaya. Do the Ho'oponopono meditation and watch that video. Go, Jaya and Sama, go to the Ho'oponopono video, because I explained to you with charts about what Ho'oponopono practice is. And then I have a guided Ho'oponopono meditation that you can use to ask your inner child, your subconscious mind, please help me release this part of me that is attracting the same qualities, to me, attracting people that have those qualities that I do not desire. So Sama, the narcissist relationships are coming in because there's something within you that you are not conscious of. It's all happening subconsciously. That is why they keep showing up. And this pattern keeps showing up over. Have we all noticed that we have patterns that show up in our life over and over again? We've noticed that, right? Patterns just keep showing up over and over again. I've had that happen in my life where patterns just keep showing up that we do not desire. Why do they keep showing up? They just show up in a different face. If you have a narcissist in this relationship and then you leave that relationship, then another narcissist show up in a different face, but it's the same narcissism. It's a different packaging. These patterns keep showing up because you have this energetic, you're holding on to this energetic qualities of narcissism. And that's why they keep showing up. So if you release that part of you that you do not desire in other people, then those people will show up differently or they will not show up at all. Oh, Jaya, I am so glad that you feel that you need to work on yourself. Yes, work on yourself. Please say how to manifestism. Okay, Sri Rupa, please say how to manifest something from the universe. Okay, I was just talking about that actually at the beginning. I was starting to talk about powerful manifestors, people who are powerful manifestors. How do you become a powerful manifestor? Is that you have to do that inner work. You become a powerful manifester when you have no expectations about the outcome. This is what a powerful manifester does. A powerful manifester only focuses on what he or she desires, but is not attached to the outcome. Let me say this again. A powerful manifester sets an intention for their desire, puts it out into the universe, and then completely detaches them from the outcome. Why? Why is that a powerful manifester? Because what it is that the universe, really the essence of manifestation is that the universe can give you anything. We're talking about quantum field, unlimited possibilities with the universe, unlimited possibilities that you have. You are the same energy that created this entire universe. That's how powerful you are. And you can receive anything from the universe. The universe wants to give you everything. But why? Why is it that we cannot manifest even though the universe wants to give us everything? Why? Because we have resistant energy. We have resistant energy that we hold on to. And that resistant energy, whether it's fear, whether it's doubt, whether it's lack of self-worth, whether we feel that we're not worthy, those are resistant energies that block us from receiving all of the cooperative components that the universe can give us for that manifestation. So what happens is that when we want to manifest something, let's say we want to manifest $10 million, or we want to manifest even, let's say, $100,000 by, next year, or 50,000, whatever it is. What it is that what often happens is we say, oh, I desire to manifest $100,000 by year 2022. That's your intention. And you set that intention, and the universe hears you. Universe hears you. And the universe is trying to give you all the cooperative components to do that. Maybe the universe will give you a business partner. Maybe the universe, you'll win the lottery. Maybe you'll meet, you'll receive $100,000 from, it just pops. The universe in its infinite wisdom knows how to give it to you. What happens is, what we often do is we want that $100,000 in the bank. Well, what do? We observe that we only have $10 in the bank right now. That's all we have in the bank. And we keep observing that $10 in the bank. And as we keep observing that $10 in the bank, we keep sending that signal out to the universe. That's resistant energy. We keep observing that we are poor. And I have a video and guided meditation about this, Secret to Money Abundance, and a guided meditation to money abundance. So go check out those videos. We keep observing that. And as we keep observing that $10 in the bank, because the universe just matches your energetic frequency. So if we keep observing that we have $10 and that frequency is down here and 100,000 is over here, we keep observing this $10 over here. We keep signaling that out to the universe. And then the universe matches that $10 in the bank. Because the universe is not reading your bank account. It's reading what energetic frequency you're broadcasting. What frequency are you broadcasting? That's what it's reading. It's reading what you are broadcasting, not what's in the bank account. So that's how we hold ourselves down. So the secret to great manifestation is that regardless of whether you have $10 in the bank right here, right now, or you have $10 million in the bank right here, right now, or you have $50,000 in the bank right here, right now, you have to feel unconditionally. You have to match the frequency of what you desire right here, right now, regardless of what you have in the bank account. And so all of those, because we are observing that $10 in the bank account, we keep broadcasting that $10 in the bank account, we keep broadcasting that we are poor and we are not abundant. And so the universe in its infinite wisdom just matches our vibrational frequency. That's how we can't manifest. So the great manifestors, even if they have $2 in the bank, they are able to get themselves to feel right here, right now, the power of now. This is why now is so powerful, that they are unconditionally abundant. They feel unconditionally abundant right here, right now. Even if they have $2 in the bank, $10 in the bank, $30 in the bank, they feel unconditionally abundant. And that unconditional abundance, or that unconditional feeling of what you desire, is what gets you to receive what you desire. You have to feel unconditionally. You have to match that frequency of what you desire. And so even if you have it in your physical experience right here, right now, whether you have it or not, you have to energetically, vibrationally match that which you desire right now, regardless of what is existing in your physical experience right now. And so when you become unconditionally happy, unconditionally feeling abundant, it doesn't matter whether you get that $50,000 or $100,000 in the future. It doesn't matter, right? Because you feel happy. The reason why you want that $100,000 in the bank is because you think by having that $100,000 in the bank, you are going to feel happy, right? So let's do it reverse. You've got to get the feeling of happy first before that manifestation can come in. The manifestation is just 1%. Think about it this way. The manifestation is 1%. The work of raising your vibrational frequency to that which you desire is the 99%. The actual manifestation is only 1%. The frequency to match that which you desire, that's 99%. It's all about that. The manifestation can happen like this. That is only 1% of the equation. Matching your frequency to that which you desire by feeling unconditionally right here, right now, you already have it. That is the 99% of the work. This is why there are people who desire something, never manifest. They could go their entire life not manifesting because they can't do the 99% of the work. They haven't done the 99% of the work. Like I said, 1% is just the manifestation. That's nothing. That's just a byproduct of the 99% work that you're doing on yourself. So there are people that go around, they want, this, they want that, and they never manifest it because they never reach that frequency of that which they desire. They can never reach it because they keep observing what is as opposed to what their vision of the future will be. And so they hold their frequency down. They keep holding it down, holding it down, and I have seen this in so many people. So many people, they keep holding down their own frequency, whether they want money abundance, career abundance, relationship abundance, they are holding themselves down. The universe wants to give them something. I always say, if people, they say, oh, Moon, I want the love of my life. And I say, well, I want the love of my life. And I always say, well, are you matching the frequency of the love of your life? Because God could present you with the love of your life. But if your frequency is down here and that person shows up, you can't even recognize that love of your life. You are holding yourself down from that love of your life. Nobody else is but you. So that's the question to powerful manifestation is you set your intention, you feel it right here, right now, and then you don't worry about the outcome or the result. The outcome and result is just a byproduct of the work that you've done in here. That's a powerful manifester, is to match the frequency of that which you desire right here, right now, right now. And I'm not saying that, this is a process to raise that frequency, right? So I'm not saying that you have to necessarily manifest it right here, right now. Maybe it might take you 3 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. But if you keep working and you keep raising your frequency a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher each day, then eventually you'll match that which you desire. And the manifestation, like I said, is 1%. It will pop. Okay. Hi, Sayulu. Joanna. Hi, Joanna. Thank you. Amanda. Hi. Amanda, I miss you. Oh my God. Yes, Amanda. As in coffee, drinking, and tea, does caffeine weaken? Okay, let's go through this thing. How to balance your yin yang energy inside us. Okay, that's a very good question. That's a very good question. How to balance, how to hold our healthy space in here. Because when you have that yin yang balance, that is when you have a healthy space for yourself. And then you can show up to life at the highest version of yourself. And, this is a profound thing, because I always say we have to do everything in balance to have balance in here. So balance in food. We have to, I never say don't eat that chocolate cake or don't eat that ice cream. I never say those things. Don't eat meat. Don't eat this. I never say that. Everything has to be yin and yang balance. So the first thing is to have a balance of the thoughts of the mind. Have balance. Because if you don't, if your mind goes in all kinds of crazy direction, extreme directions, you're not going to have balance. Keep your heart and mind open to other people's perspective, to other people's situations. And then once you start to have perspective, put yourself in other people's shoes, put yourself in other people's situations, and you will find more balance instead. Because if you start putting yourself in other people's shoes, you will less likely to judge. When we have harsh judgments on others, that is not balance of thoughts and mind. When we start to see other people's perspective, we start to have balance. It doesn't mean that we're necessarily condoning their behavior, but we see why they're behaving the way that we're behaving. And then we don't have such a harsh reaction to their behavior. That harsh reaction, that like real reaction, like this person is evil, that's not balance. That's not balance. If you say, okay, that person is behaving that way because that person came from a very traumatic childhood or their parents, and understanding where they came from gives you balance in thoughts and mind. Doesn't mean that you're going to condone that bad behavior. So having the thought, by cleansing your palate, by doing meditation, you're cleansing the thought palette. You're cleansing that thought palette. You could start to see other people's stories and situations. And that provides a lot more peace and serenity in your mind. Because we have to have a balance in the mind first, right? That is so critical, because if we have an extreme mind, that creates anxiety, that creates stress, that creates fear, and that's not balance. So being able to cleanse the palette of the thoughts of your mind through meditation, prayer, whatever you call it, and then being able to see more other people's situation is going to create more balance. The second thing is food. The food, you have to eat the right foods to balance yourself. Some people can be great at being a vegan. Some people can't be a vegan. It's not balanced. I cannot eat dairy because if I eat dairy, it causes a lot of imbalance in my system. I don't drink alcohol. I virtually eat no gluten. I could eat a little bit. So again, the diet, what type of diet brings balance to you? Maybe, I always say you can have dessert, but again, in balance. Ask your body, How much of this cake can I have? Can I have a piece this small or a piece this big? Your body will innately tell you what the balance is. I never say, don't eat that cake, don't eat that ice cream. I never say that. If you eat a certain portion, that is okay, and you feel, and you're enjoying that cake, enjoyment of that cake is part of your balance. But you can't overeat the cake, and your body will tell you, how much of that cake can I eat? So having the right diet for yourself and the right quantities at the right time is also creating balance. And then, of course, your lifestyle, like in terms of work, pleasure. You can't work and work and work and work to death, especially if you don't like your job or if you don't like what you do. I mean, if you love what you do, you can work, you can work more, but you have to have some time where you have to shut it down and you have to have time for your space. So you have to understand, this is the time that I work and this is the time for myself. You have to make time for yourself. That self-care is so critical. Whether you take half an hour, and soak in a bath, whether you do, you read a book or you take a walk, you have to have that balance. You have to self-care. That is so critical for that yin and yang balance. So these three things, the mind, the diet, the lifestyle of how, the work, self-care balance, these are all three things and big areas for that yin and yang balance. So I hope I answered your question. Hi, Joanna. Thank you. Hi, Majab. Hi, man. Sari. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, okay. So now next question. How to block or protect myself and my family? Those have bad whisper, curse, or evil eye to us. Thank you. Okay, Joanna. This was a very similar question to somebody who had asked me, I think it was the last time, because they had felt that there was a lot of evil entities around them. And so the first thing is to stop having thoughts that there are these evil entities, because you're attracting more evil entities as you keep it. That's resistant energy right there. When you have a thought that these are evil entities that are trying to come and get us, that is already resistant energy. And so as you have that thought and belief, you are attracting more of that, because by universal laws, you attract what you believe. Your thoughts create your reality. So the first thing is to stop having those beliefs, because you're just going to keep attracting more of that. You're going to just keep attracting more of that. So, do some meditation or prayers. Ask the divine to help you to release these beliefs of these evil entities. You want to become like a natural shield to those evil entities. How do you put up a natural shield around yourself? You want to create a shield that protects you from those. You create those shields by not being so obsessed over evil entities. You have to create that, what you call an energetic shield around you. And that energetic shield happens when you have a different set of beliefs. When you believe that truly that the world is a good place, that people are good people, that you are always protected by the angels and the divine. And so when you have these beliefs, then you put up like an invisible energetic shield around you that prevents those evil from coming in. It starts with the inside out. Your inner world creates your outer world. So as you keep obsessing about evil eye keeps coming in. So you have to be able to release that in an energetic way. And some of these beliefs are so embedded in us in a subconscious way that you really want to ask the divine, help me to please release these beliefs that there are these people, evil people around me. And so as you keep releasing that, and as you keep broadcasting love, just love, you create an energetic shield around you that protects you. So I'm not saying that I'm so naive to think that everything is fine and dandy. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you want to protect yourself by default. You want to protect, you want to have a shield, an energetic shield that comes up that does protect you from those people and things that you do not desire. But you can't do that if you keep obsessing about evil eye, curse, because you're just broadcasting that, and more of that is attracting. So I hope that answers your question, Joanna. Hi, Majab from Croatia. What a beautiful country Croatia is. Does caffeine weaken manifesting abilities, Amanda? That is the most interesting question that I have ever gotten. Thank you for that question. I love it. You know what? I think it's about your body. It's about you. I think the mind will have far more impact and power in manifesting abilities. You know, my friend Jen, she drinks coffee, once a day, and she's an amazing manifester. There are many people that I know that are amazing manifestors, and they drink coffee. Some of them drink 2 or 3 cups a day. So I really think it's about your body. I mean, when you drink coffee, do you feel more energized or do you feel more energetically depleted? See, this is a test of how to manifest. One of my business coach, Jules, he says, Moon, based on your human design, based on the way God designed you, you want to behave in a way and choose projects, choose things, make choices that give you more energy, whether it's food, whether it's projects, any decision that I make. It could be as little as, do I want to drink this right now? If I drink this right now, does it give me more energy? Does it give my design more energy? So Amanda, I would ask you, when you drink coffee, do you feel more energetic or do you feel that coffee is depleting your energy? If that coffee is depleting your energy, then, stop drinking coffee or drink less. Maybe you could have coffee once a week, maybe not every day. But I don't think I think it's up to you, the way you manage your thoughts, manage the coffee, how much of it you drink, based on your human constitution, your human design. So next time you drink coffee, try it, see it, says, oh, is this coffee making me happy or is it depleting my energy? If it's depleting your energy, then maybe scale back the coffee and see how it goes. Or maybe you get rid of coffee. But I don't think, I think that it's a choice that you have to make on your own. But I know people who drink coffee that are amazing manifestors. Yes, Amanda. You also have power to weed out people too, if you find your powers. Absolutely, Amanda. Yes. Hi, Saripa. Thank you so much. Your words. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, Amanda. Of course, I remember you. Manda, ma'am, when I will be cured completely, please let me know. Not sure what issue you have, Manda. You're asking about being cured. Not sure what your issue is. You might want to explain more. You're welcome, Joanna. Amanda, green makes me feel great. Coffee is too much. Right. So green tea. Yeah, green tea has caffeine. Green tea also. So maybe coffee has too much caffeine for your human design. And so green tea is a good solution because it has some caffeine, but it has less caffeine. If you really want to drink coffee, you could drink more of maybe you could take, what I do sometimes with coffee is I can't really drink caffeine myself too much. So sometimes I take almond milk or I take hazelnut milk. And then I put like most of it is hazelnut milk or almond milk. And then maybe like 10% or 15% of it is just coffee. So I'm drinking mostly like almond milk or hazelnut milk or coconut milk, and like maybe 10% or up to 20% is coffee. I've done that. Try that, Amanda. But yes, green tea will have less caffeine than coffee. Anxiety. Okay, you've got anxiety. Oh God, I have anxiety issues. And one of the things that I learned from my human design is that sometimes the anxiety, and it depends on your human design, is that we have an emotional center. When you look at your human design, there's a center that's for emotions. So if that emotional center is open, meaning energy flows through you inconsistently and you're being able to receive energy from others, it's what they called undefined or open, then you're taking in emotions of people around the world or people around you, which can create anxiety. But if that emotional center, let's say, is defined, it's hard for you to take in emotions of other people because it's kind of like blocked. The energy is flowing very consistently. And so because my emotional center is completely open, sometimes I get hit with anxiety and I don't know why. It's just all of a sudden it hits me. And what I realize is that anxiety is because I've taken in the anxiety of somebody else energetically because my emotional center is open. And so if I take that so one of the techniques to be able to release that, one of the techniques that I use, I say to myself, this is not my emotion. This is somebody else's. This is not my emotion. This is somebody else's. And I acknowledge the emotion and I let it run through me for anxiety because I realize that I'm taking in the emotion of other people, of the world. And so oftentimes if your emotional center is open, you're taking in the anxiety of other people and you're not even aware of it. And so one of the techniques is this emotion is not mine, or even pain. I will take pain from other people. And I have to say, this pain is not mine. So I realized that some of my anxiety is just coming from outside of me because my emotional center is just open. So I hope that helps you, Amanda. You're welcome, Joanna. Balance with plant-based diet, Amanda. Wow. Okay, great. Amanda, more power to you. If that plant-based diet works for you, go with it. Continue with it. Everybody's constitution is different. Everyone's constitution is different. So eat a diet that works for your body. Do not be swayed by what people say, what society says. When you feel energetic. And if you feel energetic with a plant-based diet, then definitely keep on. And green tea makes you feel wonderful. Great. Go with the green tea. And there's all kinds of green tea, right? There's white green tea. There's so many different brands or kinds of green tea, different green tea leaves, right? So many different kinds. So you have a huge choice right there. So, I mean, if green tea makes you feel wonderful, then stick with the green tea. You're welcome. Kalyani, hello. So if you have any other questions, please ask me. I hope I answered, because some of the questions went up, so I can't see it anymore. So I hope I answered everyone's question. Manda, if you would please elaborate more what you were talking about, I will be happy to answer. So I really want to go back for the next 5 minutes, and then we're going to do a prayer to close out the room, to talk about this being in the now and not being attached to the outcome. Not being attached to the outcome. This is such a powerful thing. We were talking a lot about manifestation today. If you want to be a powerful manifester, you want to live in the now. You want to live in the now. You want to soak up as much as you can of this moment. Juice this moment as much as you can. Because as you are so present with this moment, you're really raising that vibrational frequency. And whatever it is that you desire will appear. It will naturally appear. You don't even have to work that hard. You don't even have to take that many steps. You might be taking 2 steps as opposed to 25 steps. It's about being present, because when you are fully present in the now, you are raising your frequency. That is the power of now. And not being attached to the future. So I say to myself, I am so flexible. I say, God, I am not going to attach myself to anything, anyone, whatever. Whatever you want, however it flows, there's a reason for it. And I am going to be present with that flow. I am going to be fully present with the power of now flow. Okay. I'm supposed to go to Portugal in September. I don't know if I can go because right now it's closed. Okay. If it's closed and it stays closed, I won't go. If the business that I do right now, if it happens a different way, or if it stops happening in 2, 3, 4 years, then I say to God, this is the flow. Whatever the flow is, I'm present with. Whatever the flow is right now, I am present with. My flow right now is to be with you, is to ask the divine. I have asked the divine, what messages do you want me to give to the people who are asking questions? That is the flow I am in right now. I'm not worrying about anything about the future. Right now is being fully present with you. That is my flow right now. After I get off this call, what is my flow? I have to answer some emails. Be present with that. That's my flow. If I plan something and it didn't work out, that's my flow. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to have my friend Tanya Smith, amazing energy healer. She was supposed to come on. And the same day she says, Moon, I can't come on. I'm sick. And I said, okay, that's the flow. I'm not going to be upset with her. I'm not going to be upset that I told, my audience that she's going to come on. I had announced it the week before. I'm not going to be upset with that. I said, don't worry. That's the flow. So I got on and I announced that Tanya can't come on. That's the flow. That is the flow. So to be present in the now, in the flow of the now, is how you become a powerful manifester. However, and I tell you, if you do that more and more, you will unexpectedly see beautiful outcomes in the future. You were like, oh, wow, this turned out better than I expected. But it's to be in that flow of the now. Stay with the process and don't be attached to the outcome. Stay with the process and don't be attached to the outcome. So I tell God every day, I said, God, I don't know where I'm going to be. I may not be here in California. Who knows where I'll be? A year, 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years from now. I don't know. I could be living in an island for all I know. I'm not attached to this home. I'm not going to attach myself to this home. I'm not going to attach myself to the work. Whatever is the flow of the way the universe wants me to go, my soul's path is the way I'm going to go. So I practice every day to not be attached to any outcome. I practice every day to be in my flow. That is what I practice. Okay, so Saripa. You want to hear about my favorite birthday celebration from your childhood memories. How was your childhood? Just like us. You are so, oh, thank you so much, Saripa. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, my childhood. Well, I talk about my childhood a lot in my videos that I had a very traumatic childhood. I lived in fear because of my father. Our father was mental, emotional, physically abusive to me, my siblings, my mom. But the birthday that I remember so well is my 16th birthday. And we had a birthday party with my friends around the block. And I just, for some reason, remember that birthday. It just stands out. I was happy that day. I had friends over my house. I don't have a lot of birthday parties. I keep my birthday actually pretty low key. It's weird because I do keep it low key for the most part. So I remember that day. I don't know what it was about that day. I didn't have fear. I was feeling happy. I enjoyed having my friends around me. I remember the birthday cake. It was something about my 16th birthday that I remembered. I think it was just like a day where I didn't feel fear. I felt happy. I felt like, yes, they made my 16th birthday special. So that was my birthday. So thank you. Yes, I agree, Amanda. Negative, who live in the past, negative memories is so toxic. Let it go. Absolutely. Let go of those toxic memories because those toxic memories are really holding you back. You're welcome, Divya. Thank you for your lovely words. You're welcome. I feel honored to be here with you guys. Okay, Mr. Sabox, Studies in Pessimism by Arthur Schopenhauer. Perfect book on the importance of the now. Oh, wow. Thank you for that suggestion. Studies in Pessimism by Arthur Schopenhauer. Perfect book on the importance of now. Yes, there is no other powerful moment than the now. This moment right here is how you can manifest great things. So if you take care of now, the next moment will take care of itself. If you take care of now, the next moment will take care of itself. So I appreciate you guys for all coming and sharing my birthday with me. This is a beautiful, beautiful day. And, one of the things about being able to reach my birthday is that God is showing me to live more in the now, to make this moment fully juicy, to live this moment right here, right now in a full way. That's how we manifest in a powerful way. That's how we manifest in a powerful way, is by living fully in the now. And this is a practice. It's not something that is just going to happen overnight. Trust me. I have been working on this for many years. And there are moments that I still find myself not living in the now. There are moments. And I have to be aware of that and then bring myself to this moment. So hi, Harmony. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your birthday wishes. Let's gather together our energies, our consciousness, and let's do a prayer together right here, right now. Dear God, dear angels, dear spirit guides, dear ancestor masters, ascended masters, and our ancestors, thank you so much for allowing me to share my birthday today with these beautiful souls around the world. I know that you allowed me to wake up today so that I could continue to fulfill my higher purpose on this physical plane. Thank you so much for gathering these beautiful, beautiful souls who are on their soul's path of awakening and enlightenment so that we can open our vessel of light a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, so that we can be closer to you, God, and the divine. That is what this is all about. This is about learning, coming into this physical form to learn these amazing lessons for the expansion and growth of our soul. And we thank you for awakening us to this path, to the light, and that we are here on this physical plane. Each and every one of us is on this physical plane to do your work, to receive your messages, to do the work, to do our purpose, to shine our light, to bring this planet and the universe into a better space. And we are so grateful that every day that you allow us to surrender and release all doubt, all fear, all worries, all lack of self-worth. You allow us to release that resistant energy to you, and you take that energy on our behalf, knowing that you have infinite wisdom, infinite love for us, infinite guidance, that you are always present with us to give us that guidance that we know that we can receive. And we keep our hearts and minds open to receiving this guidance of your infinite love, infinite compassion, infinite wisdom. So thank you so much. As we collectively come together, gather our consciousness, we send out to the planet and to the world and to the universe more love, less fear, more compassion, less judgment, and more self-worth and self-love. The more we become closer to your light, the more self-worth and self-love that we have for ourselves, because truly we are the perfect image of your light, God, and your love. We are that perfect image because we come from you. So thank you so much for showing us to our own infinite truth of love and light. Thank you so much, God. Thank you so much, Divine, for this beautiful opportunity to gather. And please, we know that you keep continuing to protect us, guide us, and unconditionally love us. Thank you. Amen. Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone. I love you. So once a month, this Tuesday night, I do every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. I do a group consciousness healing on Clubhouse. And it's under the Yin and Yang Living Clubhouse group where we have one person volunteer for a healing. So next week is going to be a healing for my friend's mother. She's got some health issues, and everybody collectively sends that healing to that individual. And as we heal that individual, we're actually healing ourselves. So that's happens. Oh, Mr. Starbucks. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am so abundant. Thank you so much for the $5. That is so generous. You guys are so generous. And I just love you guys so much. I cannot tell you how much I love you. And I feel so honored to be able to, to be able to channel these messages and deliver it to you, because, I am really just a pencil for God's work. That's why I'm here. So I thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'll see you guys next time. And Tanya Smith, my friend Tanya Smith, the energy healer, she's going to, then the next new moon, and I will announce it, the next new moon, she's going to be doing her chakra clearing, the chakra clearing for you guys. So please join us. I think that's May 11th is the new moon. So that's going to be at, I think it's going to be at 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific time, but I'll make those announcements as we go. So thank you. Have a beautiful weekend. Thank you. Thank you. Much love. Namaste.